Brazil, and will be passing just to the east of the Brazilian capital of Brasilia.
Range is 4.87. Copy. Expect maneuver. Copy.
Less than 12 minutes now until the beginning of the fly-around of the Soyuz. Once again, the fly-around itself will be at a distance of 400 meters, about a 54-degree fly-around that will take just under 5 minutes to complete, followed by a very, very brief period of station keeping to enable flight controllers to assess the angular precision between the forward docking probe on the Soyuz and the Rassvet module prior to the point at which the command will be issued for the initiation of final approach.
(21:26) is maneuver. So the station has moved inaudible. Copy.
The Soyuz beginning a series of so-called impulse burns. These are very brief firings of their thrusters on the MS-24 spacecraft to fine-tune their path to the International Space Station. You can see the thruster firings right there, a good view, as the two vehicles, the station and Soyuz, fly 260 miles over eastern South America.
27:48. We have Escada. 044 is acceleration. The burn is complete. The duration of the burn is 13 seconds. Burn was 561. Copy.
And as you can see, the Soyuz continues the series of impulse burns. This makes a more precision approach possible for the initiation of the fly-around that is expected about 7.5 minutes from now.
Range is 1.7. Range rate is 4.5. Copy. The maneuver is complete. A station is in the center of the OSK in the OKU. Copy. Range is 1.5 kilometers. 4.24 is range rate. Copy.
Johannes Kepler in charge of this rendezvous, a 2-orbit rendezvous. Just 2 hours and 45 minutes ago, this vehicle was on the launch pad at the Baikonur Cosmodrome. Now it's just about 1 kilometer away from the International Space Station.
It's going to be the next burn without maneuver. Copy on the poem. At the range of about 1 kilometer. Copy.
This view now of the International Space Station from the control panel in the Soyuz vehicle. That view is the familiar engineering cross-haired view that shows the Soyuz crew, Kononenko, Chub, and O'Hara, all of the various parameters of their approach. Just about 1 kilometer away, closing at a rate of about 4 meters per second.
Range is 1 kilometer. We confirm depot activation. Copy.
The Impulse 5 burn being conducted, the latest in the series of fine-tuning correction maneuvers. The Soyuz on a precise trajectory for its docking to the International Space Station. Docking scheduled about 23 minutes from now.
Range is 850 and range rate is 2.5 approaching.
About 2.5 minutes to go before the fly around of the station by Soyuz. As the Soyuz and the International Space Station pass off the northern coast of South America back out over the South Atlantic, the two vehicles will skirt the northwest coast of Africa and then over the Mediterranean.
Range is 620. We have completed the retrograde burn, and then we are starting to approach. Prepare to work for page 53. For the approach. 571 is the range, and 7 for range rate. Copy.
A great view of the Soyuz MS-24. Just off the northern coast of South America, moving from southwest to northeast. Inside 1 kilometer from the International Space Station, and a docking to the Rassvet module. Docking scheduled just 20 minutes from now. We are about to initiate the fly around of the station at a distance of 400 meters.
The range is 400. 1.3 is the range rate.
And at a distance of 400 meters, the fly around of the International Space Station by Soyuz MS-24 has begun. This will take about 3 minutes to complete. In the lower right-hand corner of your screen, the ultraflex solar rays of the Northrop Grumman Cygnus cargo craft.
Mark the current range and range rate. Current range is 350, range rate 09. Copy. Also, monitor the K-15 generation for the approach, for the final approach. Currently, range is 330, 0.8 is range rate. Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston. You're watching live coverage of the approach of the next trio of residents to the International Space Station. The Soyuz MS-24 with Loral O'Hara of NASA and Roscosmos cosmonauts Oleg Kononenko and Nikolai Chub aboard. Launched just under 3 hours ago from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. Now just 320 meters away from the Rassvet module of the International Space Station, which will be their docking port.
260 is range, 0.4 is range rate. Copy.
All of the Soyuz functions are being conducted automatically. The core's automated rendezvous system is working perfectly, guiding the Soyuz in for its link up to the Rassvet module a short time from now. The Soyuz and the International Space Station now flying over southern Morocco.
Ожидаем переход в курс режим причаливания.
Expect the final approach mode transition.
Дальность 230.
Range is 230.
025 на снижение.
025 is range rate. We see the course mode final approach.
Да, наблюдаем.
Yes, we see the fly around.
Мимо-11.
MRM-1 is in the OSK center.
Дальность 220.
Range is 225 and 0.35 is range rate.
Fly around is complete. The final approach is expected shortly. The Soyuz and the station flying over the Moroccan desert.
Есть причал К-15.
We have the final approach. Причал K-15 ranges to 10. 0.19 is range rate. We're rotating along the roll. Be ready to execute page 53 in the OSK lighting.
Принято. Так, Коль, давай, подсветка ВСК.
So we're going to turn on the light for OSK.
Подсветка ВСК включена. Есть завкон.
We have the approach cone station keeping. We confirmed the headlight activation. We sent the command.
And Russian flight controllers in Korolyov have given the Soyuz the go for final approach. The Soyuz headlight has been turned on, as you can see. Final approach has now been initiated.
Final approach. On the approach display, sending the command, the final approach, Причал command. I sent the command. Range is 200.
200 meters separating the Soyuz from the station.
Acceleration for final approach.
The two vehicles about to pass just south of Casablanca.
Antares at 2151, you're going to enter the eclipse. Okay, copy 2151, ranges 187. We're accelerating to 0.85 for final approach. Copy. Range is 170, 0.85 is range rate. Antares, could you please expand the video so it covers the entire screen? Okay, copy. Expanding the video. Range is 140, is final approach 0.85 Decimal 9, copy. We're seeing the video. Anton, what was your request about the video, about the picture?
The Soyuz and the International Space Station heading into an orbital sunset. And this view now from the external video camera, the engineering camera on the outside of the Soyuz, showing the station and the docking port on the Rassvet module, 118 meters separating the two vehicles, closing at a rate of 0.6 meters per second.
The charge is 50%. 50, copy. Range is 100, 0.57 is range rate. Copy.
Less than 100 meters now separating the two vehicles.
The cupola module is right beneath us. Or above us.
The core's system will guide the Soyuz forward docking probe into perfect alignment with the docking target on the Rassvet module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the station.
0 meters, 0.47 is range rate. Copy.
The other Soyuz that's on board the station, which will be the ride home for Sergei Prokopiev, Dmitry Petelin, and Frank Rubio, just 12 days from now, is docked to the space-facing side of the Russian segment to the Prishal module, that is the node module attached to the multipurpose laboratory module.
Range is 70, 0.3 is range rate. We have the crosshairs aligned. So it's in the center. Copy.
Approaching 60 meters between Soyuz and station, closing at a rate of 0.2 of a meter per second. At the time of contact and capture, the Soyuz will be moving even slower at just about 1/10 of a meter per second.
We see the extending crosshair in the center of the sky, in the center of underlying. So range is 50.019 range rate. We have gas 7, gas 13, gas 17. Range is 47 meters. 0 to
The docking system is now powered up. In the center section of this three-section Soyuz vehicle are the three crew members, Loral O'Hara, Oleg Kononenko, and Nikolai Chub, just moments away from arriving at their new home in space.
Monitor gas 13, gas 17. Yes, we have confirmed that it's all set up. Work per page 55 at this time. Copy. Range is 35, 0.14 range rate. Copy. Range is 30 meters per OSK, 0.15 is range rate. Copy. We see solar array panels. Yes, it's already floating into our window view. The station is large and we see it. Range is 25 meters, 0.12, range rate for approach.
As you heard, 25 meters separating the two vehicles, closing at a rate now of 1/10 of a meter per second.
Extending crosshairs in the
You can see the pentagon-shaped docking target at the base of the Rassvet module.
Copy. We have AR base, range is 20. Copy. How do you read me on VHF2?
This video now over Russian ground stations of the Soyuz view of the final approach for docking, now less than 20 meters separating the two vehicles.
Anton, we didn't copy your last. We have road interference. Right now we're going to switch to VHF1. Antares, how do you read me on VHF1? We're really loud and clear. Well, there's there's a small bias, but we're straightening out. Range is, by my assessment, 17 meters, and range rate is 0.1. Copy. We see the target, and the eclipse is starting. Range is 10 meters by my assessment. 0.12 is range rate. Copy. I am approaching at 7 meters. Range is 7 meters and range rate is 0.12. Copy. I think it all works. We have a small bias, and I think we're straightening out. 6 meters.
6 meters now separating the two vehicles.
We have a small bias. 5 meters. 0.9.
Less than 5 meters now, standing by for contact and capture.
The bias is straightening out little by little. 3 meters, 0.1 range rate. We're expecting contact. Everything is nominal. 5332, we confirm.
Contact confirmed, docking confirmed at 1:53 p.m. Central Time, 2:53 p.m. Eastern Time, as the station and Soyuz flew 260 miles over Ukraine, south of Kyiv.
Work per page 56. Copy. Monitor the KDU parameters. Monitor the accelerometer activation, and also monitor the messages. Okay, K9 is no longer eliminated. Copy. I think we need to go to SSOP.
A flawless launch to docking scenario for Loral O'Hara, Oleg Kononenko, and Nikolai Chub. O'Hara and Chub arriving at the station for the first time. Kononenko, an old hat at this. This is his 5th flight into space. It was dead perfect from launch to docking, docking occurring at 1:53 p.m. Central Time.
Spherical tank, section 1 and 2. Copy.
The transit from the launch pad at Baikonur to the International Space Station took 3 hours and 9 minutes.
Engineer 7. S18. And closing RPV-1. MCC Moscow, we're closing RPV-1. We confirm. Okay, and RPV-1 is closed. And we're going to read you the time. The time when we started that, okay. At 56. I will start the timer at 56 minutes. Should we turn off RPV-1? Inaudible. Sending RPV. First measurement. I'm ready to report the first measurement. We're ready to copy the first measurement. First measurement of pressure in the ISS 792. Pressure in the BO is 822, and the assembly compartment is 877.
Ready for.
I am ready.
And
just switch cover the electrical control on your go.
After retractment, if anything else, let me know.
Okay, copy the time as 20. Could you repeat the last in the assembly compartment is the pressure is 877.
We'll talk about CAM config. Okay,
so the next measurement will be at 22:01 minutes.
Congratulations, everybody, with success.
Work per page 57. For monitoring. Copy. S13 21:57:10 is illuminated.
The forward docking probe has retracted, and the hooks are now driving close to form a hard mate between the two vehicles. Standing by for the completion of the closure of the hooks to form a hard mate between Soyuz and the Rassvet module.
Antares, Moscow, requesting launch burn 1280. Copy 1280.
Москвы в канале с Г1. 4. You can deactivate recording mode.
And we now have confirmation that the hooks are closed. So we have a hard mate now between Soyuz and the International Space Station. Just a flawless rendezvous and docking, no issues at all, as Oleg, Kononenko, Nikolai, Chub, and Loral O'Hara had a smooth and uneventful ride from the launch pad in Baikonur to their destination in space, the Rassvet module of the International Space Station. The 3 Soyuz crew members and the cosmonauts on board the station will now begin a series of leak checks on both sides of the docking interface to make sure that we have an airtight seal before the hatches will be opened to enable O'Hara, Kononenko, and Chub to enter the International Space Station.
Anton, how long did it take us to get to the station? Hold on, let me calculate. If we count from the liftoff moment, it took you pretty much exactly 3 hours. Wow, that is pretty fast. 220318, launches at position 18. Copy. Stand by for probe extension, monitor probe system operation, and report. Copy. Anton, second measurement. Descent module 729.
Flight controllers talking to the crew on board the Soyuz vehicle. The transit, actually, to be specific, was 3 hours and 9 minutes. The launch occurring at 10:44 a.m. Central Time, culminating with a docking at 1:53 p.m. Central Time.
Instrumentation compartment. SSV internal transfer mode complete. Instrumentation compartment pressure inaudible. Sending ISVP command.
The crew is now going through a series of procedures to shut down some of the Soyuz systems that are no longer required now that the rendezvous is complete.
S11 out. Regime SSVO out. Copy. Execute per page 58. Copy. Sending ZAV journal command. ENPU 2 showing 0023D. ENPU 1 000319A. Copy. Standing by for 15-minute leak check measurements.
Антон, погорут ЦРУ можно в транспортное положение?
Anton, can we stow the handles to the transportation config? Anton, how copy? I copy. Let's wait until the results of the 15-minute measurement. Okay, I have a confirmation. You are go to stow the handles. Copy and work.
Route убран.
Translational hand controller stowed.
РО убрано.
Rotational hand controller stowed. Copy.
So with the Soyuz now safely nestled in the Rassvet module of the International Space Station, the docking was perfect, as were all other aspects of the rendezvous following the Soyuz crew's launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome just about 3 hours and 20 minutes ago. It took 3 hours and 9 minutes from the launch pad to the International Space Station, a 2-orbit rendezvous that now enables the Soyuz crew to begin the preparations for their hatch opening. We will take a quick break and be back on the air at 3:45 p.m. Central Time, 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time with hatch opening coverage. The hatch opening process will begin in the neighborhood of about 4:10 p.m. Central Time. This is not an exact science with a hatch opening. If you recall previous Soyuz arrivals at the station, we are also expecting welcoming remarks by the crew at about 4:30 p.m. Central Time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But the bottom line is we'll be back on the air in about an hour and 40 minutes from now at 3:45 p.m. Central, 4:45 p.m. Eastern with our hatch opening coverage to complete the journey of Loral O'Hara, Oleg Kononenko, and Nikolai Chub to the International Space Station. With Soyuz having docked in flawless fashion, we'll wrap it up for now. This is Mission Control Houston.